the one, the only, Benzion.
Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube, Iyun Benzion. Today's daf from Sotah, daf Chaf Aleph, number 21. The Gemara talks today about something that I've talked about a number of times on other shows that I've done. I had an interview with someone who organizes the Issachar Zvulun relationship. He raises money to help certain Issachar, certain people learn Torah by finding Zvulun's. And a number of weeks ago, also Mishpacha magazine, they had a feature about Issachar and Zvulun partnership, where they talked about it, a growing trend. And it's not, the Gemara talks about it also over here on Daf Chaf Aleph, number 21. The Gemara at the end towards the bottom of Chaf Aleph and Aleph, the last four lines, Boz Yavozulo. The Gemara darshan the pasuk Boz Yavozulo. Now, biza means two things. It means spoils. It also means bizayon, to disgrace somebody. And the article interprets it as disgrace somebody. So Amar Ula says, Lo Shimon Achi Azariah, V'lo Rabbi Yochanan de ben Asiya. Not like the arrangement Shimon had. He's called the brother of Azariah. Rashi, Maseches Zvachim, on the first daf, Bezim and Aleph, explains they weren't actually brothers. They were called brothers because they had Issachar's own partnership. Azariah worked, and he supported Shimon in his learning. And now Rabbi Yochanan ben Asiya had a similar partnership. This is the government, the Nasiya, the house of the president. He supported Rabbi Yochanan, and he got part of the schar. They had a prearranged agreement, and they split the schar. El Hillel v'Shavna. The Chiyasar of Dimi Amar Hillel v'Shavna Achi Havu. Hillel and Shavna were brothers. I don't know if it means they're brothers or they were partners. We'll see. He tried to be his partner. Hillel asked him with Torah. Hillel learned Torah. Shech Shavna Av and Iska. Shivna built his business up. Hillel was very poor his entire life. He didn't get the financial support in the beginning. L'sof, after he had built up his fortune and Hillel had amassed a lot of Torah, Amalei Tar Naro V'Liflok. I'll give you some of my fortune. You'll become a rich person. And you give me half of your Torah. Yatza Baskal Amra Mitin Ishas Kolhan Beiso Boz Yavozulo. The article interprets it. Even if he gives and tremendous wealth to you, Boz Yavoz will disgrace him. Don't accept the offer. And the article explains what's the difference between Shimon Achi Azariah and Yochanan ben Asiya. We're seemingly encouraged to be Issachar Zvulun. Here it's not, because that's only if it's a prearranged partnership. If you prearrange and you say, okay, I'm going to support you while you're learning the Torah. To make it easier if you're learning the Torah, then you split the schar. But Hillel was very poor his entire life and had to undergo learning without any money. And then he wanted to split the schar afterwards. You already worked hard to get it without the money. What are you going to do with the fortune now? It's not worth it. Don't engage. And like Pascal is saying, Hillel, don't take the offer. And this was in the number 48, in footnote number 40 in the article. Since Shevna failed to support Hillel while he was studying Torah, as he should have, he could not receive any reward for that Torah study, even if he would later share his property with Hillel, in the name of the Meiri. Thus, a partnership between one who studies Torah and one who supports him is an effective arrangement made in advance of Torah study. But no amount of wealth can buy the reward of Torah that has already been studied. So it seems this is the Ramah, Yoredeya, Yerucham. So it seems the article is saying a pretty interesting thing. Not only is the Torah suggesting a good advice, Hillel, don't take it, is that it wouldn't even work. It wouldn't even work. Now, if it wouldn't even work, Hillel should just take the money, because you can't transfer the schus of Torah once it's been learned. I've seen a lot of people say this, that once a mitzvah is done, you can't sell schar. If I have reward for doing mitzvahs or learning Torah, I can't sell that to someone after I did it. But a prearranged partnership, you could do that before. There's a famous story with the Vilna Gaon that someone said that I'm giving you this esrog, but you have to give me all your schar and olam haba. And the Vilna Gaon said, no problem, I'll give you all my schar and olam haba. I can do a mitzvah lishma for the right reasons over here. According to the article, it would be, right? This is before doing the mitzvah. It would be, you could sell the schar before you do the mitzvah. Well, I mean, actually, it makes sense. Well, according to the article, is saying that he wanted the schar that the Vilna Gaon had already accumulated. That's what the Vilna Gaon was saying. You can't take my schar; it was already accumulated. The Meiri is not saying that completely. The Meiri is saying that it would be stupid for Hillel to do that, because Hillel already toiled already. I think that's what he's saying. Meiri seems to say, it's not clear from the Meiri. I don't have the Meiri in front of me, whether he's saying it wouldn't work or whether it's not advisable for Hillel to do it. He already toiled already. Why take the reward now? It seems from the Gemara it's an advice to Hillel. But I'd like to suggest even further over here, because when I talked about in the Mishpacha, I reviewed the article about Yisachar Zvulun. I also want to interview this person who had Yisachar Zvulun. It was the famous question is, how does it work? What's the arrangement, right? Let's say you set up a Yisachar Zvulun. Do you split the schar of your Torah 50-50? The person who was in charge said maybe the person who learns the Torah gets 100, another person gets 50, or maybe there's even a third opinion that both people get 100% of the schar. It's hard to understand because it has to work out logically. So the 100 and 100, 150 don't make sense. 50-50 can make sense. But as I talked about in all the Mishpacha, I say, the whole idea of studying in kollel and giving your life to learning Torah in financial distress, that's really what makes the Torah worth something, right? You're doing something. You're giving up earning, a more substantial living than a kollel stipend, which is basically nothing. Right, the hardness of life that you're willing to take on in order to learn Torah, that's really what gives you the schar. If someone's just paying you a nice salary every month to learn Torah, how hard does everyone want to do that? It's easy to learn Torah. No deadlines. There's no reports you have to publish. So it's very easy to do this. I reason, just a pure logic, that Yisachar Zvulun, all the schar should go to Zvulun, not 50-50. Zvulun should go to Smach Zvulun Yisachar. You should be happy. Yisachar Balecha. Yisachar will be happy that he gets to learn Torah. But he loses all the schar. And to me, that made a lot of sense. And I think that's what the Gemara is really saying over here. The Gemara is saying over here that the Gemara says, Lo Kishimon Achi Azari, Boz Yavozu Lo, is basically saying that Boz Yavozu does not mean you should disgrace him. Boz Yavozu Lo, I mean the spoils will go to him, right? And that's what the Gemara is saying. Shimon and Achi Azariah, they made a partnership. And it was already done. It happened. They made a partnership. And then he started learning Torah. Okay, so Zvulun, Azariah got all the schar from Shimon. And also the government got all the schar. The Beit Nasiya, the president, got all the schar from Rabbi Yochanan. The Gemara is saying Shabbat was a little different because Hill already learned Torah when he was poor, and Shabbat. So basically saying that's the Gemara is saying, not because of disgrace. He's gonna get all the spoils. The Gemara is advising Hillel, don't take this partnership, don't sell your reward. Yes, you could sell your reward, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it that he should get your reward, right? And this would apply also to Shimon, Achi Azariah, and Yochanan ben Yastia. The problem is, they already had done their arrangement already, so it was already done. So he lost it. The Zvulun got all this schar. Here is saying, Hill, you already toiled already. Boz Yavozu, the Baskal came and said, don't give it up. Don't give all your reward to the Zvulun. It's not worth it. Boz Yavozu, he'll get all the spoils. He'll get nothing. And that's what I think. Also, any Yisachar Zvulun partnership, right? The Zvulun works hard. He works hard at his job, and he gives money to support somebody else. He would get all the schar. In my opinion, Yisachar Zvulun, right? It's not an advisable thing for the Talmud Chacham. He wants to live an easy life. Let him live an easy life. But the reward would go to Zvulun. That's what I really believe. Hope you know today's share. See you on the next one.